University of Texas Marine Science Institute, and is on the web at scienceandthesea.org. I'm Holly Brawley.
The following program is produced by the AM First Radio Network and distributed by Global American Broadcasting, the GAB Radio Network.
The revolution starts now. You're about to enter the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. The Jake and Cliff Show is on. Showing you how real estate investing can make your dreams, your future, your financial freedom, your reality. And now, your hosts, Jake and Cliff.
Hello, everybody. It's indeed Jake, and we have Cliff Gager here. Cliff,
yes.
The only reason we have him on the show is because he's a live real estate expert. Other than that, I personally don't like him, and, I think I could do it by myself. So, but let me introduce, without further ado, Cliff Gager. Cliff, how you doing today?
I am doing amazing, of course, as usual.
And Cliff is a real estate expert. You've got what? You're getting older now. You got 27 years in the biz, don't you?
Yeah, I still say it's like 18, 16 years, but it's really 26 or 27. 1990, late 91 is when I started getting into the business.
Well, and the reason I say that is because when you went to sit down in front of the camera, all of a sudden I thought we were in an earthquake, and I just realized it was Cliff sitting down. And I said, you may really need to lose a couple of pounds there. But,
no, for some reason, I have the camera, if you're watching this on Spreaker or iTunes or whatever, the camera is really shaky today, and normally it's not. So I have to be like really still, but just talking is making the whole thing shake. So I guess I have to get like a hover drone to sit there in front of me so that it's not, being shaken.
And that's an interesting thing too. We can look at we can go to our research and development people and look at doing a live cam via drone at one of our event sites. That would really be fun. All right, so let's get to it though. We have a caller.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and have our caller. Caller, what's your name?
This is Laquita.
You're on the air.
Yes.
I can hear you. How are you?
Doing good.
Okay, and we have do you have a real estate question for us?
I do. So I've been watching some of your other old episodes, and you mentioned that real estate is a local. So my question is, if somebody is new and doesn't have access to a RIA, how would they figure out their local real estate market?
Oh, that's real simple. One of the things that where are you located? What city?
I'm in the Bay Area.
In the Bay Area. Awesome. Well, in the Bay Area, there are lots of meetup groups. So if you've ever gone online, and I couldn't hear the very beginning of your question, but let me be sure. You're saying that you don't have access to a lot of RIA meetings. Is that true?
Yeah,
well, I think we said in one of her shows that all real estate is local. Yeah. I think that she's referring to that.
Yeah. Well, and do you want to go outside your area or just stay inside your area?
Go outside my area.
Okay, so it's real simple. You just jump online and you type in the areas that you might be interested in, and this is what I do. I'll get on and I'll look up the national RIA. They have a map, so I'll go to the area, like let's say I'll just pick something out of the top of my head, Ohio. And I'll go to the state of Ohio on the map, and it'll have several locations that you can, click on, and it gives you the information to contact that group. And usually what I do is I say, look, I'm in California. I can't show up at your meetings, but I'd like to take care of the benefits that you give to your members. How can you help me as an outsider coming into the community? And generally, I like to stick with the National RIA group because it has more of a higher ethics code.
Better organization, too.
Yeah, it's a better organization. Yeah. And they're not going to take advantage of somebody like if you go to a Facebook group and you don't know who's involved in it. They have a higher standard of ethics. So, that person there would be able to put you in contact with maybe a real estate agent that works with investors and maybe some of the other support people as well.
Okay, and if you're looking at a market that actually doesn't have a RIA, how would you go about that?
You can go to the meetup pages, meetup, I think it's meetup.com or meetup.org, I can't remember. And you can do pretty much the same thing. Contact the organizer and talk to them and ask them questions. And always, trust but verify, if that makes sense, to make sure that when you're going out there and you're talking to somebody, you verify the information that you get by either talking to 2 or 3 other people that are unrelated to that person. So maybe you talk to a real estate agent and they tell you all of this information about how great this one location is. And then you talk to 3 other real estate agents and said, oh my God, I won't even drive through that neighborhood. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you verify things when you're on the outside. And of course, when you start getting involved into deals and whatnot, then you're going to have third-party people do inspections and things for you. And, that's one of the things about doing it on a non-local venue. It's the exact same thing to do if you were local. So if you were local and you want to find out if the house is in great condition or bad condition or whatever, you have it inspected. It's the same thing. You just imagine that even though it's not in your backyard, you do the same thing as if it was in your backyard, except you can't physically go look at it unless you get on a plane or drive or whatever and go to it. So you have other people of professional levels do those inspections for you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope that answered your questions.
It did. Thank you. Bye.
Excellent.
Right.
You have a great day.
Bye-bye.
So, yeah, that's a great thing, Jake. A lot of people, because she's in the Bay Area. In the Bay Area, you can't buy a Sears put it together yourself shed for under $500,000. You know,
right.
I think they actually sell parking spaces for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the point is it's very difficult to get into that market if you're a beginning investor where you're buying a house, fixing it up, and selling it. It takes a lot of capital to get involved in those. So it's always a great idea to go outside the area into markets that are more affordable, that are easily affordable to work within whatever budget range that you're in. I mean, quite honestly, when I first started, and this was probably in the, I'd say 98 or so, I came to California and I came to San Jose area. When was the tech bubble? Whenever that was really cranking. I guess it was maybe 2000, 2001.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah. So, but I went to San Jose and it was like culture shock because I was looking at a house that in Florida sold for $25,000 to $40,000 retail. And when I was looking at that house in San Jose area, and the realtor told me that it was $675,000, I thought I was waiting for the candid camera to come out, and Alan Funt was going to say, I got you. What was the name of that show? You know that. You're old.
Candid camera.
I was waiting for...
Got me back for that weight comment.
I did. I was waiting for this, like a comedy thing to come out, and look, they're trying to sell this $40,000 house for $675,000. It sold for $7.5.
Oh God.
And it was in need of like $100,000 worth of repairs, and yet it still sold for like $750,000 from what I remember. But so when you think of that, you look at that house, and if you go into other markets and other areas, and you have to be careful. You have to see the information available to that location. So if you go into these other markets and you find out that they are $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, you can't bring that San Francisco Bay Area mentality with you to that new location. when I was living in Kingman, Arizona, a lot of people were leaving California, and it was great for me because I got there before they did. And we had houses that sold in California for $600,000-$700,000. I bought them for $169,000 in Arizona. So when the Californians came over, they paid $240,000, $250,000 for these houses without even thinking, because
didn't bat an eye. Didn't even bat an eye. Yeah.
So yeah, and so because they bought with a California mentality instead of an Arizona. So when in Rome, do as Romans do, and make sure that you verify. And we're going to be coming up on a commercial break here in about a minute. So the most important thing that I'll leave off on this question is verify. You know, make sure you get an appraiser. Make sure you have another party that's not involved in the transaction to look it over. And if you go to these RIA meetings online and you talk to them, you can find other people that are in the group and have somebody from the group go and look at it. And, you know, kind of just like if you were at the meeting, you know, you buddy up with somebody, and that's how it goes. So when, in fact, speaking of RIA meetings, we should talk about, when we get back, about where we're going to be this afternoon. If you're in the Santa Barbara area, we're going to be speaking at the Santa Barbara RIA today. So that'll be a lot of fun.
That's
right. We got about 10 seconds left, and I just didn't time this one this correct.
That's all right. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. I'm Jake, and he's Cliff, and we will be back.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Do you have a great idea for a radio show but have no idea where to start? Or have you been hosting a podcast for a while and want to take it to the next level? If so, you need the Gab Radio Network. To host a show on the Gab Radio Network, all you need is your voice, and we'll handle the rest, from technical engineering to full-service audio production and much more. Every show on the Gab Radio Network can be heard on our station on the TuneIn Radio app. Plus, we put all of our shows on our satellite, which is accessed by over 5,500 stations. And here's the best part. You can host from anywhere you want. There are many means to connect to the Gab Radio Network remotely, and our staff of highly trained engineers and producers will make you sound like you're right here in studio. So, if you want to be on the Gab Radio Network, the same network that hosts the Small Business Advocate, Radio MD, and the Federalist, send an email right now to sales@gabradionetwork.com. That's sales@gabradionetwork.com.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff's strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Okay, and we're back. I was just listening to the music, and I was just, I was kind of getting into that. It kind of becomes a mantra. You hear it so often, you just like, instead it's Batman. Maybe we ought to look at changing that. Maybe that's not the best thing to be sending out on the air at 12 noon on a Saturday.
That's all right. I think it's exciting.
Okay, and for those of us, this is Real Estate Expert Online Radio. We are on the air. I just wanted to pop in a little information that we usually give after the breaks that we didn't get to. We had a caller, and that kind of...
Which was awesome.
That discombobulated us completely. So the on-air number for any else of you who would like to call in, and feel free, because this is one of the things about this show. We really do have a multi-state, real live real estate expert here. His name is Cliff Gager. He's so cocky that he actually, one of the things on the website is that picture of you standing next to a big TV screen that says Stump Cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
I'm a little cocky.
he stages things where he asks people to call in and ask him any real estate question, and if he can't answer it, you'll give them what, $1 million or something like that. I don't know what it is, but anyway.
No, I'm not going to give anybody $1 million.
It's not $1 million.
No. Well, yeah, it's from you.
Okay.
You give them $1 million. All
right. So anyway, let's get off of that.
That's not right.
Now. That didn't work out too well for me. So anyway, for others who would like to call in and try to stump Cliff and not get $1 million, repeat, not get $1 million as a reward for stumping Cliff, but just want to have their real estate questions answered, the number is 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. And we have affiliates. We say hello to all you guys out there, whatever time of the day it is and whatever day it is. And for you who have real estate questions, we invite you to call 800-396-1501. That's 800-396-1501. And the website to go to, if you're into that sort of thing, which pretty much everybody is these days, is liverealestateevents.com. That is liverealestateevents.com. Okay, and now that only took about...
I want to talk about that. Let's talk about the liverealestateevents.com.
Okay. Let's do that.
Because what we're doing is we are now consistently doing our bus tour, property tour, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes we'll have a bus. Sometimes we'll all get in cars and like caravan, like the circus, when all the clowns. No, I'm just kidding. But literally, we're doing our 2-day events, and they're free. So if you want to come and you want to learn how to do real estate investing, it's 2 days for free. Go to liverealestateevents.com. It'll give you our latest venue, which is going to be Rancho Cucamonga, and that is on the 19th and 20th. And we are going to really have a good time there. The most important thing I would have to say about our events is the information that you get. One of the persons that just attended our event was saying that we give them so much information that they felt like it was something that they've never seen before. That they go to this one person went to a lot of events and noticed that we were telling them the things that the other people hide from them and they don't explain things out. And one of the things is and hopefully like with the caller, I try to explain things so that you can understand them, so that you could take advantage of that information and profit from it. And, you know, not anybody in this game is out there to do this because it feels good. Although it does feel good, it feels great to put these deals together and put people into houses that could have never been into a house, or, you know, first-time home buyers. I love working with them and getting them involved.
Yep.
And, you know, by organizing the hard money lenders and the soft money lenders, you know, the hard money lenders for buying the properties, and the other investors that you might do joint ventures with to do the repairs. And then when you go to sell it, working with the local mortgage person in the area to help your buyers get the financing and get it done. That is a great feeling to go through that whole system. And it's something that it's just amazing. It's like a power trip that you get all energized from all of the activities, number one. And then you get a check, you know? It's like, wow, this is great. I could do this every day. And I get a check? And, you know, everybody focuses on the checks. It's not always about the checks. It does tend to make life a lot easier when you're putting, you know, if you put together 6 deals a year and you make $25,000 a deal, it's not bad money, you know? And that's like a typical job, but it's not as rewarding. A job is not as rewarding as doing the real estate transactions and helping people and all the people that you get to meet and along the way. So our events are geared towards making you understand the benefits of putting these deals together, buying the properties, investigating them, how to work with the team members that you're going to need to work with. All of that is all put together so that you understand it when you leave. And I don't know, Jake, you had last week or the week before, you had some of the testimonials from our last event in Fresno.
We do, and we have a couple of those left over. But what you're saying sparked me, is that we were talking just earlier this week in the office, in our offices, about you know, how we feel about this and how this is really the work that we want to be doing. And what you were talking about goes for the attendees and the people who want to learn how to do this too. Because, you know, this is such a much better way to make a living.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about the money. This is just such a better way to make a living than working in a 9-to-5 job. Doing the old rat race where you have to conform to times that everybody else is conforming to. You have to get up at a certain time. You have to be out on the road at a certain time. Everybody else is out on the road at a certain time. You have to compromise your diet. You have to compromise your exercise schedule. You have to compromise, in fact, your personal life and basically become, and I'm going to say it, it may not be popular for some, but a wage slave.
Yeah.
You basically become a wage slave. And in this, you get to talk with all sorts of different people. It can be a much more relaxed and casual thing. Your schedule changes. You're not always going to the same place from day to day. You're not always talking to the same people from day to day. And you have a sense that you're in control of your situation. Absolutely. That honestly most people don't have in their jobs. And this is actually something that we ought to talk about more. And I just wanted to mention that. We probably don't have time to get into the rest of the bus tour evaluations, but until we come back from the break. But this is actually really an important thing to point out, because, you know, people go to work and they hate their jobs, and you can't leave. And you can't leave. You don't get to leave. And you know, when you're in your 20s, you can handle it. Maybe when you're in your 30s, you can handle it, but it's getting a bit old. But boy, by the time you get into your late 30s and early 40s, it's a grind. It's a grind. And that assumes that the money is right. That assumes that your working relations are right. That assumes that your job is intrinsically fulfilling, and that assumes that you've got good relationships with your boss. And that is about it. We will be back after the break. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. I'm Jake. He's Cliff.
I'm Cliff.
And we'll be back.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff's strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Well, all right, and we are back. And once again, I want to remind you, for all our listeners, that we'd love to have you call in with your real estate questions. That's one of the really fundamental transactional things that we do on the show from an educational standpoint, is talk to the listeners and give them a forum where if they have a real estate question on a deal that they're doing, or if they just have a philosophical or conceptual question about real estate, not about life, none of this I think therefore I am stuff.
No politics.
We'll leave that to Voltaire and Descartes.
No politics.
Yeah, no, don't even bring that up. We're totally apolitical. The number to call anyway. Thanks for screwing up my delivery on that.
Oh man,
is the number to call anyway. Now they won't even know what the number is because you went into the thing. So anyway, if you have any real estate questions, call 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. And that's for the people who are listening to the show live. The off-air number, or for our affiliates who may be listening at a different time of day, is 800-396-1501. That is 800-396-1501. And our website, so that you can learn more about us and learn about more where we're going to be in the future, in the near future, is liverealestateevents.com. That is liverealestateevents.com. And Cliff, did you want to talk about that before we got anything else about the show?
But I want you to read those things that we talked about earlier about the evaluations of what people think. But before you do that, I just want to mention that when we do these events, they're small. We try to limit them to 50 people. So if you're really thinking about going to the one in Rancho Cucamonga, it's really important that you go RSVP your seat right away. And if you go to the website Jake just told you about, which is liverealestateevents.com, make sure you sign up for, you just put your email address in there, your first name, your phone number, and you hit that enter button and get your seat reserved, because they do go fast. Our Fresno event, I think we had the room full in it was 10 days.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure, because we're 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks away, something like that. About 3 weeks away right now. One of the joys of being a real estate investor, you don't know what day it is. Yeah, that's what? I have to look at the calendar. But get your tickets. They're virtual tickets, but just make sure you RSVP your seat right away to guarantee that. And we'll be reaching out to contact you to give you more information about the event. It's 2 days. I go through the buying process. I go through the selling process. I go through the ways of raising capital. So if you don't have any money and you don't have any credit, it doesn't matter. I bought my first house. I didn't have the money, and I had somewhat decent credit, but I didn't think I had enough credit to buy a house at the time. Even though I was a mortgage broker, you don't need the money when you know what to do. And you hear all these seminars on TV from the olden days where they were like, no money down deals. It's really not like that. It's knowing how to structure things, knowing where to find the money. I was a hard money lender for many years, and the criteria that I looked at was the deal, not the person. So there's ways of doing this if you don't have money. And Jake, you were saying earlier, about giving you the free time to be able to do things. There's a lot of people out there with kids that drop off their kids at daycare because they have to go to work. Or, one parent is staying home and watching the kids. That parent could be doing real estate investing part-time and, double and triple. Guys, I took my kids to the job sites. I took my kids to look at houses. In fact, my kids were trained to go, oh, I want this bedroom, Daddy. I want this bedroom. And I'm covering my mouth like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. But, it's a great fun for the kids. My kids loved it. They got to get out of the house and play real estate investor. And when you start doing this and you get a couple of deals under your belt, it really makes life a lot better. And I have to say,
and you begin to say, this is the way I want to live my life for the rest of it.
You're living.
Yeah.
You're not grinding. And if you want to take the kids to the beach for the weekend, you go. And guess when our weekends are? Wednesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Wednesday. When everybody's at work, we go to the beach, and there's nobody there except the tourists that are on vacation. But usually, the big crowded things, you go to Disney on the weekdays. You go to you can fly to Orlando on a weekday. Everything's cheaper during the week. There's less people there. And, you work through the weekend, so what? That's why I was saying you don't even know what day it is, because you just get into the mode of creating deals, creating income, creating, and you create the best thing that you could ever do in your life, which is creating more time to enjoy the benefits of what you're doing, to enjoy the money, to enjoy the time, to enjoy your family. And hey, if you don't like your family, you can go to Vegas by yourself and leave your family at home.
And I'm thinking as you're talking about a colleague of ours, and I'm not going to name his name. Actually, he at one time he was local to the San Bernardino County area. And he said to me once, he said, this was several years ago, he said, this really kind of becomes like a game. And I thought when I heard him say that, what a callous, hard bit, cynical thing to say. And then I thought for a minute, and I realized it wasn't that it was that that he just was having so much fun. It was like a game. It wasn't even really
Monopoly.
It wasn't even like work.
It's not. It's not. When you get up in the morning and you go to do something that you love doing, it's not work. And these aren't cliches, guys. I haven't had a job in what, 20-something years.
Yeah.
And if I went to go get a job, I probably couldn't, because they'd be like, Cliff, you're just going to go back and do real estate. We're not going to hire you, but I don't have to answer to anybody but me and my spouse, because, guys, happy wife, happy life. But the point is
Amen.
You're not having to, jump through hoops. If you are, you're going to a closing and you have to be at a closing, or you have to be there to maybe go over something with the code inspections, for your building inspectors, or you're dealing with stuff like that, where it's not, you have to be there from 9 in the morning until 5. You can't go to the bathroom, unless you punch a time card or something, and you can't go to lunch. You have to stay on site and eat in the cafeteria.
You have to worry. When you go on break, you have to get ready for break. You have to organize your desk to get ready for break. You have to get to a stopping point for your work to go to break. Then you have to punch out on break. Then a few minutes into your break, you have to be looking at your clock, because you got to know what time you're going to be back on break, because you lose a minute. And in those job situations, a minute is a serious thing. 5 minutes is like an unscheduled vacation. And you've got a boss who's cracking the whip and he wants you in there. But when you do something like this, you're the boss.
Yeah.
And you're doing the things you always wanted to do, that when you were watching on TV, looking at people who are the boss, you're directing things, you're telling subcontractors what to do, you're talking with contractors, you're talking with real estate agents, you're doing all this, and not only that, you're getting paid for it. And I'm telling you guys, this is the way you want to live.
Yeah,
this is the way you want to live your life. You don't want to do it this other way. And that's why we're here. One of the reasons anyway, is to tell you that you can do this. And we are here to show you how. And that is one of the philosophical underpinnings for Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show and everything we do at our live events. So we have 2 minutes to go.
Read one of the evals. Can you read one real quick?
Read one of the evaluations. This is from Alyssa, and I think that the evaluation, the part that I want to really focus on, is the part where she says, Jake was great and patient and super nice and understanding. Now, that's my kind of evaluation right there. I almost think we can go into break on that evaluation. No, she actually said some other things. She said Cliff's bus tour was great. He took us to 5 properties, 4 distressed and 1 in the process of a flip. And they gave us so much information on what we can do with the distressed property, involving multiple ways we could change and rehab it, with suggestions of materials and places to buy. And this is what we do. And there's more. I'm going to stop right there because we're going into the break. But this is what we do.
In about a minute.
We just don't blow smoke up your nose and call it sunshine. We actually give you concrete information that you can take notes on, that you're going to learn, that you can literally, if you want, after the bus tour, you can go out and you begin to use.
You know why?
Because people are always chasing this. They're always chasing the knowledge, and they go to these events and they don't get the knowledge. We're giving you the knowledge. Now, there's a fountain of knowledge. We don't give all of it, but we definitely give you some of it to show you what's possible.
But see, a lot of people do the short term. We're in it for the long term. We want you guys to be with us for a long time.
We do.
We want to
Really
help
do.
you do deals, and we want you to guide you through this stuff. Because, it's like you get to do one deal, and I get to help 20, 30, 40 people do one deal. So I get all that energy from all those deals versus just the one deal that you do. So it makes it worth it. It makes it worth it for us. So let's go to break, and we'll talk about more when we get back.
This is Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. I'm Jake, and he's Cliff.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff's strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey, Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
And okay, we're back for our final segment this afternoon. And I just wanted to give one more time the on-air and off-air numbers. The on-air number for people who want to call in and get real estate questions answered, whether philosophical or transactional, is 888-909-1050. That is 888-909-1050. And our off-air number for our affiliates who may be listening to the show at different times is 800-396-1501. Is 800-396-1501. And we encourage you to call in. You're going to learn a lot. The website is liverealestateevents.com. That is liverealestateevents.com. And if you go to that, you can find out a lot more about us too, and you're going to find out where we're going to be more importantly. And we were getting back to talking what we were talking about, which is I had several things going through my mind, Cliff, and I'm very compelled by the fact that one of the things that we do is we show people how to do, and that may sound presumptuous, but I'm very compelled by the fact that people are involved in dreary lives, comparatively dreary lives, and they don't know what it is. And a lot of people go to these events of ours, they go to them as social gatherings because they do it because they want some excitement in their otherwise comparatively humdrum lives. And some of these things you can't avoid, like raising kids and going to work and stuff like that, are just things that, it's kind of incumbent upon us in the society to do. But you can control the kind of work you do, and this is one of the things that we try to show you, because and one of the things we talk about on the show is magical thinking, and people think it's the other guy who can do that and not me. That other guy can do that, and that's fine for him, and boy, that's a great dream, but not me. And what we're here to talk about is your personal financial revolution. And it means everything to us to show you, the listener, how to do this, and to show you, the attendee to one of our events, how to do this. And we invite you to come to one of our events. And if you go to liverealestateevents.com, you will find out where we are. Almost ran out of air there. Cliff, why don't you take it for a minute while I get the oxygen tank?
Well, counselor, one thing that I've noticed is attorneys never stop talking, because that's when the other attorney objects. So, so that if you're ever waiting to interrupt an attorney, don't wait.
There's a saying in sales that the first one who speaks loses.
Yeah,
but actually in law, you want to be careful about that, because if the first one who speaks is the judge, you might wind up losing really big. So
so you just keep talking. Yeah,
exactly.
So one of the greatest things is the time. I have to stress about the freedom of time. Your personal financial freedom is pivotal, and that gives you the ability to do a lot of things. It gives you an ability to break those chains, and I don't want to sound like I'm saying all the cliches, but this really works. And, everybody can do this. I dropped out of school in 9th grade, and I probably made more money than the graduating class of my high school that if I would have graduated with. And it's not for me to brag about that. It's just that I create these deals. I create the circumstances in my life. I go out there and I take advantage of the knowledge of what to do and how to do it, and I've done it for 20-something years. So now that I'm able to share that with people and move forward. So, Jake, I know that we have another caller. Let's go ahead and take another caller.
Let's go ahead. Caller, you're on the air with Jake and Cliff.
Hi there. I'm a very new investor. And I guess I inherited a rental property. I'm making about $10,000 a month on that, but I'm fearful of quitting my job because I make about $70,000 on my job, and I want to qualify for more loans to buy more property. What is your take on that?
Well, in order to qualify for a loan, you have to have income. You have income, which is the rental income, which can be counted towards income that you're making. I don't know what kind of job you have, but you want to get it. Am I correct in saying you want to get into more real estate investing? Caller, are you there?
I guess we lost the caller. Caller, we invite you to call back in again.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead. We'll be glad to continue that.
I'll answer her question while she's off air. But
go ahead.
If you can stay in your job in the beginning part, it's a lot more beneficial for you as far as the borrowing aspect. If you're making $70,000 plus $10,000 worth of rental income, your net income is going to be increased, which is going to give you more abilities to borrow. But one of the things that I teach in my events, and if you are in the Rancho Cucamonga area or that area, Pomona, Ontario, the whole area there, come to the 2-day event on May 9th and May 19th and 20th, and you'll see different opportunities of how you can do real estate investing without quitting your job. I ran my own mortgage company. I ran my own real estate office, and I did real estate investing all at the same time. And it's easy to do when you learn how to delegate, and you learn. I hate to say secrets, Jake, because they're really not secrets. They're just things that people don't understand or they don't know because they're not in that realm. But there's ways of doing transactions without using your own money, with using hard money, with using other investors' money, and of course you have to set it up correctly so that you don't get in trouble or the money doesn't disappear. I hear horror stories all the time, but that's what we teach you to do, is to how to structure these things appropriately so that you can put these deals together.
Right, and then,
this is wait, because we're almost out of time.
All right.
And the thing I always tell new investors is, when you have 2 years worth of your salary in the bank, then you can quit your job. You make 2 years worth of, you make, in your case, $140,000. When you have that in the bank from doing these little real estate deals, that's when I would suggest that you go ahead and quit your job, because you've just made 2 years worth of your salary. Worst case scenario, you can go back to work in 2 years.
There you go. And what I think this is a good way to go out on this particular evaluation, because this person, whose name is Alyssa, said they told us their personal secrets from their experiences that could help us in the future doing our flips. I would highly recommend this bus tour weekend to anyone willing to learn. I've been to other seminars that ended badly or left me with 1,000 questions. Cliff answers all questions asked, and I appreciated it greatly. And I think that's a good way to go out for this particular show.
Events. Yeah, liverealestateevents.com, liverealestateevents.com. Go there, sign up for the Rancho Cucamonga. We'll be coming to other areas soon, but for right now, that's the one that we have up there. Come see us May 19th and 20th. And thanks for being on the show. Come back next week. And we really appreciate the calls. Call in, ask your questions. We have the answers, and we want to help. So everybody, we'll see you next week. And Jake, take it out.
Bye-bye, everybody.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. The real estate investing revolution has only just begun. Want more information on your own personal revolution? Go to realestateexpertonline.com or call 1-800-396-1501. The owners of the show, this station, or any of its affiliates want you to know that real estate investing is risky. You could lose your entire investment. Topics and opinions expressed in the show are for informational and entertainment purposes, not professional advice or even factual reporting. The owners disclaim any responsibility to supplement, correct, or modify the content of any broadcast. Nothing in this content shall be construed to create an agreement, waive this disclaimer, encourage evasion or disobedience to any law, or constitute a submission to jurisdiction in any state or country. Persons or entities referred to are entirely fictional. No reference to an actual person or entity is intended, but is entirely coincidental.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
KCAA Loma Linda.
Your NBC Sports Radio update starts now.
It's all about the NFL draft.